Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Renegade Report. I'm your host, Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the greatest junior college athletic department in the known universe, Bakersfield College. And right now we have one of the greatest men's basketball teams in the state. We're talking to Coach Aaron Chavez and Coach Richard Hughes. And Coach Chavez, we were talking earlier just about how our best player is also one of our best kids, DeAndre Dixon. He is incredibly polite. You would not know that he is as successful as an athlete as he is by the way he treats the front office staff, by the way he treats other athletes, and really for me as a parent with young children, how he treats his siblings. That guy is a good big brother. I mean, he makes time for him. He's sweet to him. It's very touching to see for such a big guy who absolutely brings the thunder down, and then he's a good big brother, and that's nice to see. Also, I wanted to mention that we had a fan who was saying very technical things. And I had an opportunity to do one of our broadcasts recently, and it's quite obvious I'm still learning the game. I just got to say what I see. But I hear a fan who's really knowledgeable behind me, and it's a female. Coach Chavez, I think it was your wife. You better watch out. She'll take your job. She knows this game.
Yeah.
she was telling DeAndre, watch out, watch behind you. And then sure enough, they came up and threw the ball out of bounds from behind him. But that was funny. She's a big fan.
Yeah, she's probably out-coached Coach and I, or at least me. Don't tell our president; they'll probably hire my wife. But she's definitely, growing up in New Mexico, basketball is everything. Like it's part of life. It's part of the culture essentially. And northern New Mexicans, we're very prideful people. We're known as working hard, and it's what we pride ourselves on. And I'm probably like real tall for back home. I'm 5'10", and I'm a midget out here. I stand at Coach Hughes. I'm 3 inches shorter, so like out back home I'm pretty tall. So
you were like a center, a power forward back home.
I had to play some center. It wasn't very good, but just it's she's been around it. Her sisters played and played on numerous state championship teams, and her brother won a state championship. Her dad was a high school coach. He won a state championship. So she's been around it her whole life. So I've been kind of blessed that my wife likes it.
Well, I think we're all blessed because if you work in BC Athletics, we like to say it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. And I don't know that we could do what we do if we didn't have the support of our families. There's a lot of hours that go into it. We don't just leave after the games. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, and you'll find these guys doing all kinds of things out of the purview of what you expect a head basketball coach to do. I've seen Coach Chavez taking laundry to the locker room on more than one occasion. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff that we do, right?
Dirty jobs, right?
That is, that's right.
Washing uniforms, going to high school games,
Yeah. And Coach Hughes, talk about that a little bit. Your duties are wide. You run a program, and we've talked about that with some other coaches that it's not just coaching the sport. You are overseeing a program, right?
Well, not to mention a team psychologist dealing with your players. Add that to it, among other things. But yeah, we got to recruit. It's prime high school season right now, so we get to see that one of the leagues plays Tuesday, Thursday night, so we get to see a lot of the games from that league. But the other league's Wednesday, Friday. So Wednesdays we're usually playing. Friday we got to be out. So, you got to have a lot of support from home. I mean, I'm sure like Coach, my wife is phenomenal. Sacrifices a lot. I love going to the high school games to take my son, and we get to watch, and it's long days, but it's fun. I mean, there's a lot worse jobs out there. I mean, this is a pretty good job that we have. So
it's wonderful, and like you said, the times when we are able to bring our kids to work, they're in a healthy environment. They're watching young people follow the rules and try to better themselves. And I'm never upset if my daughter has to come after school and watch what we do. We do good work, and it's something to be proud of. You talked also about recruiting just now, and someone who looks at our team might notice that we have guys who are from out of the area. But the thing is, it's like what I've observed with our kids, local basketball kids, is a lot of them want to go out of town, right? They want to go and see the world, right?
Yeah, we go to a lot of games, and we really recruit hard locally. We try to get the best guys in town. Like this year's probably a good 4 or 5 guys that could really contribute to us. But, they like to leave town. Typically, we've had the most success on getting them when they come back. They go somewhere, it doesn't work out. But, that's part of being 18 years old. You probably want to spread your wings a little bit.
Sure.
And there's a lot of community colleges. So, we hope to get, a good mix this year. We had Trey Armstrong from Golden Valley and Dathan Towns from Bakersfield Christian playing this year. So hopefully we can get some more next year.
Coach, I had what exactly, when you say recruit at the junior college level, what are you allowed to do and what are you not allowed to do? How is it compared to recruiting like at a 4-year school?
Well, obviously you have no scholarships, so it's it's pretty much like being at Division III. The rules have changed a little bit, especially in California. So you can call anybody anywhere in the state of California. So we're going to see a lot of our local kids getting calls from the Bay Area, LA, wherever it may be. So, and we're on the same end. We can recruit a little bit more from Los Angeles and the Bay Area, but. It's pretty much you're recruiting your program, and we've moved 40 guys on from this program since Aaron and I have been here. This is our 11th year, and we take great pride in that because that's really what we should be doing is moving players on.
So you're just selling the virtues of the program to the kids. You're telling them, hey, we got BC. It's a great program. We got a lot of kids that move on to 4-year schools, and
we're going to prepare them for college. And that's what I tell them. If you want to play at a 4-year level, we run our program like a 4-year school.
Well, and you're being too humble. I think you do more than that. You have guys right now that played for you that are now making a living playing professional basketball in Europe right now. Overseas, we have a guy that played for the Renegades in the last 10 years. Played for you, right, Coach Chavez?
Yeah, we've Darren Dorsey. We've had a couple other guys, but to us, just the biggest thing is just getting these guys, get on them on their schoolwork. Okay, you got to pass class, you got to do this, and if you do that, we at least have an opportunity or a chance to move you somewhere. And we've had kids play in probably every part of the United States, as far as the 40 of them that have moved on, and that's the biggest thing is just, hey, we'll find a school for you. You got to believe in us. So we recruit kids. That's a part of our recruiting is, hey, you take care of the schoolwork, you do what we ask you to do, we're going to help you in any way possible. So, we've been fortunate that we've had some guys, move on, and hopefully it continues with this year's group, and 5 years down the line it continues.
And as we know, like if you do finish school, chances are life's going to be a little more comfortable for you. Even if you don't get to play professional basketball or go to Europe and play hoops, you're going to have a more comfortable life with that bachelor's degree. And Coach Hughes and Coach Chavez, between the two of you, you've been exposed to about every level and every type of basketball there is. I mean, your father coached in the professional ranks. You've been exposed to that. You've been exposed to the high school, the college, all of that. You have a lot of teaching and a lot of experience to pass on to these players. I just don't know of too many coaches who have that much depth. So, yeah.
Oh, they're out there. All coaches have depth. The thing is most 18-year-olds don't realize how hard it is to get a scholarship at the 4-year level. It's extremely hard, and there's a lot of competition for it. So that's what we try to instill in our guys, that you're going to have to work for it, and you're going to have to, if you're coming in with some academic problems, you're going to have to get that changed to really go where you want to go. And that's probably the hardest part is getting those players that come in that are low academically and getting them to where they can transfer. And we've had success being able to do that, but that's really one of the biggest things is you got to have the academics to play, and if you don't, then not to slight McDonald's, but McDonald's does hire, and Starbucks hires, and those things like that.
What did Judge Smells tell us in Caddyshack, Coach? He said that the
world needs ditch diggers too.
Or you just go to the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, true, or North Carolina.
No, but listen, don't come to BC unless you want to be improved. That would be my warning to you. Coach Chavez will be more than glad to tell you what you need to do to improve yourself. And if you didn't make it the NCAA clearinghouse requirements out of high school, you can certainly do it here at Bakersfield College. These guys have proven their success 40 have gone on to the next level. Many more have gone on to the level after that and made money at this game of basketball. Please come to the Gil Bishop Sports Center this Saturday, 5 p.m., 3 p.m. for the women's game. Your Renegades are going to be carrying it on against LA Valley, and you're going to see just about everything that
First
can happen on a
place
basketball.
Renegades,
That
by
is
the
correct. That is
By
correct.
2 games.
For President Sonia Christian and the athletic director, Sandy Taylor, I'm Sports Information Director Francis Mayer. See you next week.